have you been? Tell me, how's your family? Feels like forever since we talked. You look good, busier than ever. We make small talk about the weather, but I can tell something's still off. 'Cause the last time that I saw you still lingers like a ghost in my mind. You gave me roses and I left them there to die. So this is me swallowing my pride, standing right in front of you saying I was wrong that night, and go back to that moment all the time. Turns out freedom don't mean much without you. Wish I had known before I let it slip through. I go back to that night, wishing I could make things right. I go back to that night all the time. Lately I haven't been sleeping, replaying every word, every feeling, the way I left without a call. And I think about summer, how we laughed for hours, how I swore I'd never let you down. But I lost you when the leaves began to fall. Then the cold came, the dark days, and the silence filled the space. You gave me all your love, and all I did was walk away. So this is me swallowing my pride, standing right in front of you saying I was wrong that night, and go back to that moment all the time. Turns out freedom don't mean much without you. Wish I had known before I let it slip through. I go back to that night, wishing I could make things right. I go back to that night all the time. I miss your warm touch, your soft smile, the way you held me close that September night, the first time you ever saw me cry. Maybe this is wishful thinking, maybe it's just dreaming.